When we're talking about RTD, we have to remember that government is responsible for more than just collecting taxes and providing bus services. At its best, democratic government anticipates future demands, and we make plans for the demands that are coming ahead. That means we build roads, schools, and utility infrastructure before they're needed. Back more than a century ago, voters approved the construction of the Moffett Tunnel. These were Front Range counties that came together to make sure that Denver Water Board's network of reservoirs would serve not them, but us, those who are here today. The Denver region is now at another turning point. As we look ahead to a more crowded Colorado, our population is likely to double within the next 40 years. It's likely that the price of gasoline will continue to rise, and we won't be able to build enough roads for the traffic that we expect. Consequently, voters continued this tradition of investment by approving the construction of fast tracks in 2004. This is an investment that we're making today for our children and grandchildren. I believe that the metropolitan areas that invest now will prosper tomorrow by creating jobs right here in Colorado. It's important that we finish this system. Its real value is only going to be realized when it's linked throughout the entire region. Despite the current economic downturn, we need to find a way to keep our promises to voters. The northern suburbs are paying taxes today, but they may never receive service if we don't find a way to fully fund the system. Here in District B, Northeast Denver and Aurora, the public-private partnership that has been approved to build the air train is an exciting opportunity, but we need to monitor the progress closely to ensure that there's adequate parking, adequate roadway access, and station development that's friendly to our existing neighborhoods. Then, once the system is completed, we want to make sure that as the bus lines are reconfigured to feed the air train, we maintain the quality and frequency of existing bus service. I'm also somewhat concerned about the fare hikes that are about to occur. This is the third time in the last 4 years that the RTD board has suggested raising fares. Frankly, I think that that's too frequently. It's very hard on elderly, disabled, and the poor who are dependent on our bus services and have to pay with cash. And their fares are actually subsidizing cut-rate passes that are often purchased by employers and given to those who already have work. So we need to re-examine our entire fare structure to make sure that it's fair, equitable, and that it has at least the promise of stable fares over at least a few years. It's hard to overemphasize the importance of transit services to those who have to depend on them. I remember 30 years ago when RTD decided to change the system of bus lines that they had, which basically followed the old Denver tramway lines, and replace it with the grid system we are familiar with today. And I went to this public meeting in North Denver at Berkeley Community Church expecting to find maybe 20 or 30 people who rode buses and had a particular concern. Actually, people were spilling out of the building, more than 300 people in attendance, and it drove home the fact that if you need public transportation to get to your job, to your doctor, to shopping, then the decisions that are made are extremely important. That's the real reason we have an elected RTD board, is so that individual citizens will have a voice in the decision-making process. If I represent you on the board, I intend to listen. I want to get your phone calls. I want to receive your emails to make sure that the public transit system is serving the public, and that's why I'm running for the RTD. I hope I can count on your vote. Thank you.